Inverse Z transform. After learning the definition of the Z transform and the various properties, the next topic of discussion is inverse Z transform. So what was the definition of Z transform? The reverse will be applicable over here. If Z of f of n is capital F of Z, then f of n is Z inverse of capital F of Z. So Z transform of sequence is answer in the form of Z. आप देखते होंगे हमेशा the answer what we obtain in the RHS is in the form of small z, where the small z represents the complex number or the number in the z domain. And answer आपका जो भी दिया होता है जिसका z ट्रांसफॉर्म निकालना है, that is called as a sequence in the form of n. But reverse में now you will be provided with the function of z जिसका z inverse लेना है, and then what answer you get is in the form of the sequence, and that will be called as f of n, which is the sequence. So this definition, f of n is z inverse of f of z, is called the inverse z transform of f of z, and z inverse is called the inverse z transform operator. Whatever table or chart we have discussed for z transform, उसी का बेस लेकर we can have the reverse calculation and get the chart for the standard results for the inverse which are applicable. So some of the most common required formulae for the calculation of inverse Z transform for various methods what we will be discussing now are written over here. You can go or compare with the previous table, उनका ही reverse तरीके से यहाँ पर values लिखे गए हैं. Z transform of one or discrete unit step function is Z upon Z minus 1. So here Z inverse of Z upon Z minus 1, we are obtaining it as Z inverse of Z upon Z minus 1 as 1 or u of n. Z inverse of Z upon Z plus 1 will be minus 1 to the power u of n. Z inverse of Z upon Z minus a is a to the power n, and to be more precise it is multiplied by unit step function. So accordingly मैं अगर देखूं तो Z inverse यहाँ पर Z upon Z minus a का सिर्फ a to the power n लिखना चाहिए, but it is a to the power n into u n, that is discrete unit step function. वन है ना, उसका मतलब तो कुछ होता ही नहीं, कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं है लिखने में. Z inverse of Z upon Z plus a minus a to the power n. Z inverse of Z upon Z minus 1 square, अभी अपन ने देखा था कि n का n जो सीक्वेंस है उसका इनवर्स उसका Z ट्रांसफॉर्म है. So you have n over here. Z square upon Z minus a whole square is written as n plus 1 into a to the power n into u to the power n. Z cube का आंसर आया था upon Z minus a whole cube. We saw this particular series, right? उसी का Z ट्रांसफॉर्म ये था, बस इनवर्स में उसका आंसर रहेगा. आई एम मल्टीप्लाइंग बाय u of n. Z inverse of this quantity will be sin n pi by 2. Z inverse of this quantity will be cos n pi by 2. So these are some standard. अभी a to the power n में भी लिखा था Z inverse of Z square upon Z square plus a square a to the power n into cos n pi by 2. Az upon Z square plus a square a to the power n into sin n pi by 2. So 1 upon Z minus a का a to the power n minus 1, 1 power less. A square का 1 power less, again it will be a to the power n minus 2. So these are certain formulas which we have to go through before discussing the Z transform inverse for various examples given to us. So what are the different methods which speak about the inverse Z transform? The different or various methods which we discuss for the inverse Z transform are in total 4 methods. One of the method is called as the partial fraction method. Second method is called as power series method. Third method is called as residue method, or it is also labeled as inversion integral method. And the last one what we will be discussing is called as convolution theorem. Convolution theorem and partial fraction method, these are the very peculiar methods for calculation of the inverse. And by default we have one more method which is use of properties of Z transform. Obviously some or the other way we will be using the statements of the properties learned for the Z transform in the reverse manner, right? So method to find the inverse are partial fraction, power series, residue, inversion integral, and convolution theorem. The very first method to be discussed is partial fraction method. In this method, we break the given function into partial fractions, and then by using the formulae and properties of Z transform, we find the inverse Z transform. All of you are familiar or aware of that. Partial fraction method is nothing but that process which breaks the product into either sum or the difference of the terms, and accordingly we try to find out the simplified form in the terms, and so that we try to simplify the given function into such form whose inverse will then exist, and then we try to get the answer. Abhi, as per the definition, your data provided or question provided will be in the form of Z, और आपको क्या करना है, उसका इनवर्स लेकर उसको सीक्वेंस के फॉर्म में यानी एन के फॉर्म में उसके आंसर्स लाना है. तो आपका पॉसिबिलिटी पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन का क्या हो सकता है, z अपॉन z प्लस a इंटू z माइनस b. It will be non-repeated linear factors a upon z plus a plus b upon z minus b. So individually we will be calculating the values of a and b, then take the inverse, you get the answer. For z square upon this term where it is linear and repeated, z minus b whole square and z minus b whole cube. So simplification will be done for the repeated linear factor. When it is a quadratic factor, it is az plus b upon the quadratic factor and c upon z minus 1, which is the linear factor. So these are the ways to resolve the given question into the partial fraction as per the given requirement, and we try to find out the answer. Clear? The main important point to be noted in the examples when we will be solving it by the partial fraction method is always divide by z first wherever possible, or take out common throughout whenever it is feasible to us. Now why I am telling you to take this z common or outside, because I will be requiring certain use of the property to get the inverse so as to bring it to the standard form. Unless and until जिस किसी के भी z ट्रांसफॉर्म या इनवर्स एग्जिस्ट करते नहीं है, वैसे टर्म्स को रखकर फायदा नहीं. I have to bring a term to such a level so that its inverse now can be taken easily and we can finish off with the solution of the given problem. And for that, it is mandatory for me to find out the common term z, because I require it in the last step. So remember this particular point, particularly in the partial fraction cases, we will be requiring with the terms of z wherever possible we take it out common and then try to simplify it by taking down the inverse. So find inverse z transform of the very first example related to it. Find inverse z transform of z square plus z upon z minus 1 into z square plus 1. Whatever term is provided, we call it as f of z. Now from the numerator I can take out z common. From z square plus z, if you take out z common, it will be z plus 1. तो आपको f of z upon z लाने की कोशिश करना है हमेशा. So this z can be shifted to the denominator, so it becomes f of z upon z, and remaining term is z plus 1 upon z square plus 1 into z minus 1. अभी अपन ने देखा for the quadratic term and the linear term, we will be resolving it with the partial fraction as a upon z minus 1 plus bz plus c upon z square plus 1. So numerator will be equal to denominator में LCM लेने से terms cancel हो जाएंगे. What will be the LCM over here? Z minus 1 into z square plus 1. यहाँ cross multiply करिएगा. So a into z square plus 1, bz plus c into z minus 1. Z plus 1 is equal to this value. Now everybody is knowing how to calculate the values. Put z is equal to 1, आपको एक value मिलेगा constant का. Put z is equal to 2, some other value you get, right? Accordingly, I will be calculating the values of a, b and c. Or after solving it, what I am trying to obtain the values, a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 1 and c is equal to 0. ये सारे values आप इसमें put कर दीजिए. तो f of z upon z is the original question. 1 upon z minus 1 minus z upon z square plus 1. Abhi I cross multiply by this z, because if you observe minutely in every z transform inverse table, यहाँ पर आपने जो भी इनवर्स का टेबल देखा हुआ है z ट्रांसफॉर्म का, everywhere in the numerator it is z, and it will be convenient for me whenever I have the terms associated in such manner. So in this case मैंने वो पहले z क्यों कॉमन निकाला था, क्योंकि अभी मुझे उसके साथ क्रॉस मल्टीप्लीकेशन करना है. सो f of z upon z, this is the original term. In place of this, after resolving it by partial fraction, मुझे मिलता है 1 upon z minus 1 minus z upon z square plus 1. This z से क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई कर दो, z upon z minus 1 and z square upon z square plus 1. So inverse of this is, किसका इनवर्स है ये, किसका z ट्रांसफॉर्म है, 1 का z ट्रांसफॉर्म है, z अपॉन z माइनस 1. सो z इनवर्स ऑफ z अपॉन z माइनस 1 इज 1, और इसका z इनवर्स अगर निकालोगे तो अभी आपने फॉर्मूले में देखा था cos n pi by 2. सो अकॉर्डिंगली फॉर द गिवन f of z, whatever was the question, we try to find out the z transform by taking inverse z. We try to find out the inverse z transform by using the partial fraction method and bringing it to such a term whose inverse directly exists, we end our solution. So original question was this: z square plus z upon z square plus 1 into z minus 1. Its inverse is calculated as 1 minus cos n pi by 2. Yeah, you can multiply by u of n or u of n minus 1. That is called as the discrete unit step function, जिसका value 1 होता है. So in this case one factor was the linear and other was the quadratic. अभी यहाँ पर देखोगे तो it is the linear factor and it is the linear repeated factor. So how you will resolve it as a upon z minus 1, b upon z minus 2, c upon z minus 2 whole square. इसका एलसीएम आएगा z minus 1 into z minus 2 whole square. What is absent over here? Z minus 2 whole square. What is absent over here? One z minus 1 and other z minus 2. And what is absent over here? Z minus 1. So writing down the terms properly in a sequence. Now I will put the terms of values of z as 1, 2 correspondingly and get the constants a, b and c. After taking the constants a, b and c, मुझे यहाँ पर terms मिलता है -3 upon this, 3 upon this and -2 upon this. Now in this particular f of z, in the numerator there was no possibility of taking out z common. तो मैंने वो z common नहीं लिया. मुझे आंसर क्या मिला? f of z is equal to this. Like in the previous, whatever z was divided, I multiplied to the numerator so as to find out the inverse. But in such case, मेरे पास ये प्रॉब्लम में वो पॉसिबिलिटी अवेलेबल नहीं है, because I cannot take out any of the z which is common over there. So as per the requirement I have to introduce z, क्योंकि many of the inverses you saw, those were containing z in the numerator. So to introduce z I have to cancel it also. So z अगर मैं लिखता हूं, उसको कैंसिल करने के लिए मुझे क्या लिखना पड़ेगा? z to the power -1. To introduce z here in the numerator, I will cancel it by writing the term z to the power -1. Z into z to the power -1. I am not changing the problem. I am just simplifying or modifying it as per the requirement. So, which property is to be applicable? मैं बोलता हूँ shifting to the right property. f of n minus k का z ट्रांसफॉर्म आता है z to the power -k into f of z. तो अगर मेरे पास टर्म इस तरीके से है तो उसका z ट्रांसफॉर्म कैसे लिखा जाएगा? f of n minus k and to be more specific multiplied by u of n minus k, which is displaced unit step function. अभी अगर आप कंपेयर करोगे, what is the value of k over here? z to the power -k का वैल्यू कितना आता है? k का वैल्यू इज 1. सो यहाँ पर आपके सारे टर्म्स में n के जगह किससे रिप्लेस करना पड़ेगा आपको? n माइनस f of n की जगह क्या है? इन द प्रीवियस वन इट वाज f of n. इसका सिंप्लीफिकेशन यानी क्या होता है? f of n. but here in this case you need to replace n with n minus 1. U of n minus k will be written as u of n minus 1. Why? Because if you compare what is the value of k to be obtained as, value of k is to be obtained as 1. So accordingly अगर इसका z इनवर्स, अगर इसका z इनवर्स आता है a to the power n, तो we will be writing it as a to the power n minus 1, क्योंकि अपने यहाँ n minus k का कंपैरिजन होगा इसके साथ. So now they are in the position, or we are in the position to take the inverse completely. So accordingly we will be taking down the inverse. कैसे लिया जाएगा इनवर्स? इनवर्स ऑफ दिस टर्म, z इनवर्स ऑफ दिस टर्म, z इनवर्स ऑफ दिस टर्म. इसका इनवर्स क्या होता है? z अपॉन z माइनस 1 का इनवर्स इज 1. z अपॉन z माइनस 2 का इनवर्स इज 2 टू द पावर n, a टू द पावर n. कंपेयर करेंगे, इसका आता है 2 टू द पावर n माइनस 1, राइट. बट n के जगह मुझे क्या लिखना है हर प्लेस पे? n माइनस 1. तो मैंने लिख दिया 2 टू द पावर n माइनस 1, यहां पर भी लिख दिया 2 टू द पावर n माइनस 1. और किससे मल्टीप्लाई करना है मुझे? u ऑफ n minus 1 से. तो every term is correspondingly multiplied by u of n minus 1. This is the way where they have given you the simplification or the justification. Z inverse of z upon z minus a whole square is in this way, n into a to the power n minus 1. but n की जगह क्या है? n minus 1. so n minus 1 और ये n minus 1, और z upon z minus a का सिंपली होता है a to the power n, यहाँ पर है. बट n के जगह क्या लेना है मुझे? n minus 1 लेना है. what can be taken common? u of n minus 1 can be taken common. so minus 3 plus 3 into 2 to the power n minus 1 minus this is giving you the answer. One of the again example wherein the factors are linear, non-repeated in the denominator. Simplify it: a upon z minus 2, b upon z minus 3, c upon z minus 4, and then cross multiply. Calculate the values of a, b, c. After calculating the values of a, b, c, the function is this. अभी यहाँ पर भी न्यूमरेटर में से it was not possible from every term to take out z common. तो क्या करना है? Whenever z cannot be taken common, you introduce z. So introduce करने के बाद क्या बना? z to the power minus 1 into z, z to the power minus 1 into z, z to the power minus 1 into z. z inverse of z upon z minus a, मुझे पता है a to the power n. तो 2 to the power n, 3 to the power n, क्या बनेगा यहाँ पर? 2 to the power n, 3 to the power n, 4 to the power n. But as I am using the property, n will be replaced by n minus 1, n will be replaced by n minus 1, and also it will be multiplied by u of n minus 1. So everywhere u of n minus 1 and n is replaced by n minus 1. So 2 to the power n minus 1, 3 to the power n minus 1, 4 to the power n minus 1. This is the shifting property to the right. Shifting property to the right, and therefore I am getting the answer sequence f of n as 2 to the power n plus 3 to the power n plus 4 to the power n minus 1 into u of n minus 1. Again, one of the example wherein it can be resolved with the help of the partial fraction, z upon z minus 1 whole square. What will be the rule? a upon z minus 1 plus b upon z minus 1 whole square. This is how the repeated factors are written. ठीक है? Take the LCM, calculate the values. A is equal to 1 आता है, b is equal to 1 आता है. Put them. Z possible है क्या कॉमन लेने में? यहाँ पर है. So I would take it as f of z upon z. अगर वैसा नहीं किया, introduce z and to cancel it z to the power minus 1. तो z upon z minus 1 का आंसर and z upon z minus 1 का होल स्क्वायर का आंसर जो है, accordingly inverse लीजिएगा, replace n with n minus 1 and find out the answer. The simplification over here will come out as n into u to the power n minus 1. अगर z possible है तो अपन यहाँ z ले लेते, नहीं अगर याद रहता है तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, आंसर will be same. Introduce it in the form of this using the shifting property to the right and apply it. Z to the power minus 1 into z करके भी आप आंसर ला सकते हो. Here degree of numerator and degree of denominator both are same. Actually, for applying the partial fraction method, degree of numerator should be less than the degree of denominator. But in this case, it is not the case. Therefore, I have to first do the polynomial division. उसके बाद 3 बचता है and this becomes the term which will be taken into account for the partial fraction method. हमेशा blindly partial fraction method apply नहीं करते, क्योंकि partial fraction method लगाने के लिए degree of numerator should be less than the degree of denominator. So in this case, first I do the polynomial division and then we try to simplify whatever terms are available. So now partial fraction के लिए क्या available बच्चा, z square minus 3z plus 2 का simplification will be z minus 1 into z minus 2, roots निकालो उसके. So accordingly now this is simplified. Find out the value of a and b, multiply. So अभी आपका original function 3 plus this. So 3 minus 6 upon this plus 17 upon this. Z possible नहीं था, तो यहाँ पर मैंने Z inverse into Z introduce कर दिया. यहाँ पर possible क्यों नहीं है करना, क्योंकि 3 can be written as 3 into 1 and I have the inverse for 1. What is inverse for 1? Delta n आता है. Z inverse of 1 is delta n, which is called as the unit delta function or the response function. So accordingly, I will be not disturbing anything over here. So 3 into this inverse introduce कर दो, apply the shifting property z upon z minus 1, यानी 1 आता है इसका आंसर. इसका आएगा 2 to the power n, as n is to be replaced by n minus 1 and multiply throughout by u of n minus 1. So accordingly, this is the expected answer. So this is how we try to generate. यहाँ पर भी आप देखोगे degree of numerator and degree of denominator same दिख रहा है, but it is possible for me to calculate or take out common z. तो मैंने in this case z common ले लिया. Numerator remains with 2z plus 3 upon z plus 2 into z minus 4. Degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. Apply it, find out value of a, value of b, put them. Z plus 2 यानी नेगेटिव नंबर आएगा, z minus of minus a, n के जगह you take it as n minus 1 if you want. So minus 2 to the power and 4 to the power, क्योंकि z minus a है. Z minus a में a कितना आ रहा है आपका 4. So accordingly it is positive, and these are the coefficients of the constant terms what we have calculated over here. So these were all the respective examples related to the first property or first